Once the video is over, we're out.
Got it. Right.
All right, going.
Now we're talking.
So, thank you guys for joining UFL Homer Hour. We're doing something a little different than we've done in the past. We're doing a live broadcast of the Birmingham Stallions against the Memphis Showboats. Rob is out currently. He is learning to save people. He's doing lifeguard training over in Philadelphia right now. So I got Reid here from Custom Cut-Ups, who's been helping us edit and helping us come up with new intro videos, make it look a little better. And
Yep.
I just wanted to put a product out there, and we've got Reid.
Oh yeah.
So Reid, tell us a little bit of your background when it comes to football. Where you come from?
Yeah, man. I started playing in middle school. Had a couple friends that wanted to play, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's give it a try. Tried it in 7th grade. Wasn't my cup of tea. I was more of a soccer guy. And then 8th grade came around, and I was all for it. I played it a couple years into high school, and 10th grade I took my leave of absence all the way up until I became a student assistant at my college. Did that for a bit, all the way up into December 2023. And so now, what I do now is I operate the Custom Cut-Ups channel, which is basically just broadcast cut-ups. I just basically condense the game into a much better format where you could be watching the game that takes 2.5 hours, where it kind of condenses it down to 10 minutes. So it's a great resource for people who don't have enough time to watch full games, or if you're studying the game, if you want to study it at a good pace, you can do it that way too. And I picked up the original idea from Do a Barrel Roll. His actual name is Jake Barrow, and he actually retired from doing that on YouTube this past winter. And so I was like, okay, like now's the time, now's the window to really pick up doing the work. And right now I'm 5 subscribers away from 400, so it's picking up heat, man.
It's really good work. And then you also do the what kind of got you into this too is you were doing the all 22s as well, cut-ups for coaches as well, right?
Yep. Coaches video. That's what I specifically did as a student assistant. When I did it at North Greenville, which is a Division II college in South Carolina, the coach there, Coach Robbins, he was the offensive coordinator there. Now he's at Tennessee Tech. But he said that was the best film that he had seen in about 12 years. So I can testify that the film was not too bad. And then I took my knowledge up to Kent State, and I worked up there for a semester, just to kind of get a deeper feel for the professional things behind the scenes. And it was fun. I learned a lot, and it wasn't where I wanted to be forever. But the Custom Cut-Ups channel, I've definitely found a mix between life out of the professional sport, but still being like professional behind the channel, just trying to make good content for people to utilize. So yeah.
Sweet. Well, we love having you aboard, and this is the closest thing that me and Rob are ever going to get to when it comes to an expert. So we're glad that you joined us, helping our team out, and then helping us when one of us is gone. So welcome
Yes,
aboard,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
the current score of the game right now is 20-9. Birmingham Stallions doing Birmingham Stallions things. It's not looking like the
Very much.
Showboats are, and the Showboats are showing Showboat stuff right now. They have not.
Yeah, kind of expected score coming up on halftime, but it's actually been a kind of entertaining game so far. The Stallions only have they scored one touchdown from a pick six, but the receiver muffed it up for the defender to take it back. So their offense really has two touchdowns to their name, along with maybe a field goal. So it's actually been pretty entertaining. So
Yeah, and looks like Memphis currently has the ball right now.
yeah, a couple minutes
Yep.
before halftime, little
Yeah.
play action boot.
And they're
Good
going with
catch.
Win, I guess, right? I
They
don't.
are. Yeah,
I did miss the beginning of the game. Who was the starting quarterback? Was it Win?
he started. He did. Yep.
Gotcha.
I was kind of expecting EJ Perry, but I'm not sure if he's injured or what's going on with him.
Threw too many picks, probably.
Probably, probably.
Yeah, he's known for that. Wynn's
Yeah.
an entertaining guy, though. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah. What do you like about him?
He's just a scrapper, you know.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Duggan, like a little
Okay.
watered down version of
Yeah.
Duggan.
Yeah.
But he's
I
got a good arm.
yeah. Yeah. No, it definitely looks like he has a solid arm with him. I
Except for that throw.
yeah, I was tipped, man. But nah, I just wish they Memphis would run more pro style, more under center, I formation um, type stuff. You know, because their run game, I feel like is where they really um, it's where they do well, and I feel like they could work in a lot of play action with that. Um, I think that'd be good, but it is the last game of the season.
And yeah. So maybe just lay it all on the line. But the fact that you're down 20-9, they're probably already going to abandon the run,
Y-
and it's only going to make it
Yeah,
worse for them.
yeah. I think I think when times get tough, like you shouldn't immediately bail on what you're good at. So many teams abandon at what they're good at when it's not working. Like for the first half, somebody left a comment on my channel the other day on a Alabama offense video versus Oklahoma, and he said that he wished that Alabama had ran the ball more throughout the game instead of just going for the pass. And yeah, I agree with them. But I rewatched the tape. I rewatched the video, and Oklahoma was stopping them pretty good in the first half. So it's a big problem for coordinators is deciding, do we change the method of play calling or do we keep with what we know? So
It's pretty difficult, for
yep.
coaches to it's hard to keep your emotions in check and not
Oh
freak
yeah.
out. Sometimes you
Hmm.
just have to play your
Yeah.
cool and go with what you're good at.
Yep.
You know,
That's the
yeah,
job.
winning
Job.
winning the game helps that too. So like Birmingham, they're not going to change their style right now.
No, no. Especially it being the last game of the season. I don't think they're gonna switch up too much.
No,
But
no. I mean,
one thing's
and
for
they've
sure.
got
Yeah.
yeah, and Me and Rob were talking about this too. They got way too many good quarterbacks. They picked up Jamar Smith too, so it just blows my mind. You already had Case Cookus, you had Magoo, um, you had all these great quarterbacks there, and it seems like anytime one of them gets hurt, they can just plug away another one, and they're doing fine with their current one right now.
Yeah, man, they have a great club of quarterbacks over there in Birmingham. It was the start of the season, and I was trying to make some cut ups of the UFL, and I was just so surprised that they were all with Birmingham because like I know Case Cookus could start for Memphis. I think
He
one of the
did
quarterbacks
last year.
was from okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened in the off season with that, but they
It,
definitely had some shuffling going on.
yeah, and you're thinking in the spring league, you got to disperse all that talent all across the
Mhm.
field, so we have much more. It's just shocking that
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, we're going to give it to the champions.
Hmm.
They're going to have all the quarterbacks in there.
It would definitely probably improve audience performance numbers and all that if more of the talent was more widespread. Uh, it would definitely help, I think, with that. But that's just how it landed. Uh, so
Yeah, crazy, but it's looking like I might have missed that. Did they stall out on that drive?
no, I don't think so. But we did go commercial, so um,
Maybe not.
if they can get a touchdown before half, or even a field goal, like it's still a game. You know, it's not it's not anything boring just yet. If it's you know uh 27-9, or it ends up being 34-9, in the second half, then okay, like they're starting to tear away, but we're not there yet. So
That Yeah, we chose this game just because of scheduling conflicts and things like that.
yeah,
It's not the best game of the week, but
yeah,
I do. I, all I'm going to try to get out of this thing is what do the Showboats have to offer next season? Like, is there any hope for them? And I'm really curious if they've got anything because this is 2 straight years. They just look like the worst team in the league, and they've got to improve somewhere, right? And so, trying to find any sort of positives I can get out of this team and say, hey, Memphis fans, stay tuned. You actually have a good team coming up, but so far it's
I'm
not looking that way.
I'm curious if they'll retain the interim head coach they have right now. I don't know what game he started coaching in the season, um, but curious if they'll retain him or not.
I think after this season, you cannot retain him. There's no way.
Yeah,
It was it's a dumpster fire of a season right now for this team. So I just wouldn't do it. I'd hire someone new.
yeah.
Wisenhunt was the original head coach of the team, and
Okay.
he had some sort of personal issues.
Mm,
Full detail on it, but once
maybe it
he
was health
stepped
related.
down, he's a pretty solid coach. But yeah, might have been. Yeah, it looks like they are punting,
Yeah.
which is not good with a minute
Oh,
and 54 left in the second.
it's unfortunate. So it's so funny. Amari Rogers used to play for Clemson. Clemson's in my backyard, so like,
Mhm.
and my parents went to Clemson, so I'm very familiar with Amari Rogers and all the punt returns he did at Clemson. He was a great player for Clemson. Really enjoyed watching his style. Slot receivers are that's where that's my favorite position. So just because of how
Short and
versatile they
shifty.
can be. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I love those kind. I'm right there with you. I love a good slot receiver that is
Yeah.
quick, fast, and just causes problems over there.
Let's check this play out. See what
He's
they can
got such a
do.
big arm.
He does. He's not half bad. Kind of wished he didn't stick to the corner route and maybe looked around for somebody more open than that than being double covered. But
He wasn't even under pressure. He looked
that's
like
what
he
I
had
was
time
about
in
to
the
say. I
pocket.
wonder how under pressure he was with that.
I don't know. I think he just hit the panic meter a little too early.
Yeah, I'm expecting another pass right here, just with the time. Okay, we're in empty now.
There you go. All right, I get a first down there.
Not bad. Not bad. There's nothing wrong with throwing it short either. Like, as long as you can have good yak, which is yards after catch. If you can have good yak, then like I see nothing wrong with throwing it short.
Do you agree with the soft coverage that the Showboats are
No.
doing right now?
Okay.
You got
So
a minute 20 left.
yeah, when it comes to the soft coverage thing, what the Memphis defense is trying to do is not let them over the top. So it's a really big pick your poison. Do you let the offense operate underneath, or do you let them operate over the top? You don't want them getting the big play, but you kind of choosing the lesser evil and having them just kind of pick you apart underneath, which is the big scenario for defensive coordinators is which to do.
Yeah.
Um, but they
Yeah.
got them down to a third down right here. So
Yeah, maybe it'll work. But right now, see, like right now, I would not play soft coverage. I would try to jam those wide receivers at this point,
I agree.
but they're not going to.
Let's see if they
They're
do
not doing
that.
it.
No, they're not. Oh
No.
man.
Oh
Okay.
no. And you got an offsides. Free play.
Man.
Maybe a pass interference.
This deep in the season, like you just don't expect like an offsides penalty on a 3rd and 3. You know, for a professional team, like I remember the Kent State head coach. We weren't the best, but like he expected, professionalism as much as we could do. Like even 4 or 5 games in, like having small penalties like that was a no go. So seeing this is it happens, but like it's like oof, not the best.
Well, to be fair though, there's hundreds of thousands of fans that are distracting him right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're definitely struggling with that. And it's not like there's 1,000 or 2,000 Stallions fans there either.
Yeah,
Matter of
in their home.
fact, yeah, I wonder how long the drive is from Birmingham to Memphis. It can't be too bad, but not enough for people to travel. So
Yeah, I don't take me out of Texas. I have no clue where anything is, so I would not have a clue how far away
you're
that
good.
is.
It's not crazy, but you wouldn't go to this game just because. I mean, it's supposedly a meaningless game with the playoff picture and with how that looks. But for the players, obviously, it's a great way to showcase, what they've got for NFL training camps that are starting to come up this summer. So
Yeah, they're gonna lay it out on the line. The
they should,
Showboats have nothing to lose too, so you could
yeah.
complicate the coverages and do whatever. I think Birmingham should not be running a very complicated offense because
No,
the playoffs are already set for them.
yeah. You also don't want to show your hand at any good designs. You kind of want to save those for the playoffs. You you're expecting the first team you play in the playoffs to be watching this game. Well, maybe not even this game very closely because A, it's the Showboats, and B, you're not going to pull out all the stops to beat the Showboats. So I'd expect whoever they're playing to go back to a more competitive game for sure to study.
Yeah, they're not going to reveal much at all.
Mm-mm.
There you go. So now
Screen.
it's 3rd and
Ooh.
10. This is 51 seconds left. You
Yep.
might be able to get the ball back.
I think they can stop them. if they can let them just get a field goal, that's a win in a way. You know, it's not the best, especially when you're down this much, but it's not too bad.
I think it'd be a great way to end this season for Memphis to somehow pull this off. I just don't know if they've got it in them, but
It's offensive firepower from here on out.
yeah, yeah. And
They
when
gotta have it.
here we go, here we go.
All right, let's see it. Oh,
Yeah, he's mad.
dude, I think
He's
they're gonna
mad.
go through. I think they'll go for it. I think they will.
Uh,
If they ran it, I think they could get it for sure.
no, they said no. Skip Holt's playing conservative.
Oh man. Yep.
If he found a way to stay in bounds, that would have been it.
Yeah.
He would have got the
You
first
know,
down.
I think with that, it's all about footwork with the sideline. You know, a lot of receivers practice that drill with the tiptoeing on the sideline, um, but obviously didn't get it there. But hey, I wouldn't be too worried about it if I was him. You're getting points out of it still anyway.
Yeah, and you're jumping it from 11 to 14. I think that's a good time for a field goal, just to guarantee a couple touchdowns instead of touchdown and possibly a field goal. Let's see.
When Memphis gets the ball, I expect them to just run the clock out. I'll tell you what, it'd be funny if they did a fake field goal. That would be funny. It's only 2
I always
yards.
say the best time for fake punts and fake field goals is when it doesn't make sense to do fake punts and fake field
Yeah.
goals, like a 4th
Yeah.
and 10. Really catch them off guard.
I was watching last week's game, Memphis's game against Arlington, and I saw Marquette King had a punt almost blocked, and obviously he dodged the block and I ran it the full 19 yards for a first down. I was like, man, that just takes me back to his time while he was with Oakland, or what? I forget if the Raiders were in Oakland when he played for them,
Oh,
but
definitely. Yeah, that was a
yeah, I
while
think
ago.
so. And I
Yeah.
remember him doing a very similar move like that and dodging the pump block and running it for a first down. He's just known for that. That's good entertainment right there. I love to still see that that's happening.
Yeah, it's rare you get to see a cocky punter, and I like that about
I
him.
know.
It's very entertaining.
Really rare.
And he's still good. He still hits like 50 yarders. I don't understand how he doesn't have a
Yeah,
job in the
man.
NFL.
He has a leg. I remember watching I I used to watch some clips from Destroying. He's another YouTuber. Um,
Mhm.
he had a video with Marquette King, um, and they're both punters slash kickers. And yeah, he was still booting it, and he's like, I assume he's in his mid-30s at this point.
Gee,
Has to be.
yeah, yeah, but it's a punter, you know, so you don't even have to. It's not physically
No, no.
Hang
Certainly
on, we'll
helps
get it
to
back.
have one
There you go.
that's
We're
pretty
back.
physically fit.
Yeah, yeah, that helps. I feel like you can be an old punter. That shouldn't be a problem, but I don't know, man. No one gives him a chance. I guess he. I don't know how he is behind the locker room too. He could have issues that we just don't know, but I'm surprised he
He's
ain't.
36. He's 36. He's from Macon, Georgia. Um, I don't know
Well,
how his locker room.
we don't need much. We just need.
What's up?
We wouldn't need much.
Oh,
we just need a big leg. That's it.
yeah. Yep.
All right, here we go.
Comes
We're
with
gonna kick off.
the roll.
So you're saying the Showboats? You're pretty confident they're gonna need this thing out.
They'll need out or they'll run it. I don't see why they would unless they got a good kickoff return, and they didn't, which is unfortunate. I'm not even a Memphis fan. I like to pull for the underdogs, you know. That's
Yeah.
kind of mentality I have. But since it wasn't the best kickoff return, yeah, they'll just probably run it.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a good game here, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I wonder who receives the second half kickoff. That'll be
Yeah.
important. Oh wow. See if they pass it.
I'm not going to be. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh,
Get to the
flag
sideline.
is down.
All right.
So number 34, Prince,
Oh,
man,
that would be the end of the drive.
he reminds me a lot of Rocket Sanders from South Carolina, just with his shape, like, and how they kind of run. They're not the fastest by any stretch of the imagination, but they're great at breaking tackles, which is like very entertaining in its own way. You can have all the speed in the world, but if you can't break tackles, man, like that's half the game for running backs.
Mm-hmm. And he's had a pretty good year.
So I've heard. So I've heard. I wonder if he'll be invited to a training camp. I hope he is. I hope he is. Yeah. So he was down, which means I think Memphis probably had to burn a timeout to prevent 10 seconds from going off, and shoot, the clock's just running down now. So yeah, they're just gonna run it out now. I mean, look at him go, man. Like, I know it's only for like 5 yards, but like, dude's still running hard. It's halftime. Mm. Let's see what Skip has to say.
I got booted. They shut
Oh,
me
you
down.
did?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was just internet connection issues.
Oh,
We had 12 people running too. Oh well. Well, join us again.
you weren't
Those 12.
gone long.
No, I had to scramble. The internet connection, I guess, is not doing too hot, but you know, can't really do
Do
much
you
about
see
that.
this? Do you see this? The JoJo 14 Showboats plus 6.5 have life. You see that?
Watching
It's just a
on,
notification I see on
X.
StreamYard. Oh, did I lose you? Can't hear him. Man. This camera moved now. Just a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. Hang on.
Oh, I hear you now.
Internet connection. Struggle.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
Sorry, guys. We're just experiencing some technical difficulties. So for
How it is
those
sometimes, you know.
watching, the got video background, so he can break down plays really well. Worked with a bunch of coaching staffs back in college. He's stepping in for Rob right now, who for a work meeting, and Rob should be back for the podcast next week. Trying to get him back up and running, but looks like we lost him. So we're heading into the second half,
Yeah.
and right
And he's gone. That's not good. Okay. My goodness. Wow. And he might need to get another Wi-Fi adapter because this is not working out too well for him. But yeah, no, man, it's still an entertaining game. If you had to compare it to Canadian, well, no, Canadian League's fine. It's just different. But if you watch any European League games, it's not. It's either super lopsided or um, it can be entertaining, but you can tell very clearly that the UFL definitely has a lot more talent than the European League.
Was that a chatter talking about the CFL?
No, I was just bringing up comparison, with performance of the players between CFL and the UFL in terms of entertainment factor and all that.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think the UFL's got more talent. They've got
Yeah, yeah, they do have a big excess of players comparative to the European League and the CFL. Tell you what is interesting is having the camera inside the locker room at halftime. Like that is interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I love the code. My ultimate thing that I like that the UFL does, and I wish the NFL would adopt, is tapping into when referees are making a close call.
Yeah. And I can't hear him
Sometimes it
again.
can be frustrating if you still disagree with the call. At least it gives you
You're breaking up, my man.
mindset. So,
And he is gone again. Hmm. Gracious sakes. Yeah, I think if the Showboats, if they're gonna win, man, they're gonna have to show out on defense, and they're gonna have to find their consistency on the offense. They need score points. I don't care if it's a field goal to get it started, just to get some momentum. Um, get a field goal, and then start working on touchdowns. Get that consistency. Start picking them apart down the field with shorter passes. I don't care, as long as the pass can be completed. Get some yak behind it. They already have a run game. They just need to diversify their run game with stuff that's just not inside zone. But they got it. They just don't know how to apply it. I think that's the best way to put it. Here, I'm gonna check something real quick on my phone here. Hold on a second. Oh, there he is.
I'm back again, Reid.
Welcome to the club, man. We've been throwing a party, and I don't hear him.
I, I was telling Reid before this that hey, just hop on the show, just be a good guest, and turns out Reid's gonna have to carry it because I keep on getting logged off over here.
Oh man, no. It's how it is sometimes. I get it. I get it. Have you looked at your Wi-Fi adapter at all by any chance?
I
Or
got to
not
get a
Wi-Fi
booster.
adapter. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get a
I don't know if
booster. I
it's
mean,
that or like maybe it's like your neighbors sapping up all the Wi-Fi. Like I don't know what it is. So
Yeah, I think it's just just need a booster. I'm in a weird spot in the house, and so it doesn't do a good job at
yeah.
um, picking it up over here. But
You can have a I think you can have like a level or like an app on your phone that will measure how good the Wi-Fi is in your house. You can go around each room and really test. I mean, obviously you got your setup right here, so it'd be kind of hard to move
do
around
that.
all your stuff. But
Just get a 40-foot Ethernet cord and just link
yeah,
it all the way from the back of
I,
that house, my
that's what I
house,
would do.
to this current room.
That's what I would do.
Just get a big cord, have the pets trip over it. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you can maybe tape it to the wall, like on the floor, just to the side. That'd be kind of out of the way for the most part.
Oh, yeah, my girlfriend would love the aesthetics too. I think she'd
Yeah, I
like
know.
that wire taped all throughout the
Yeah,
house.
man, it looks so good. Man, trying to
But
think of a
yeah.
way that you could make it look good. Uh, I don't think there is.
Well, no, I'll get it figured out though. This show's up
Ah,
and
dude.
running. It's this first year,
Yeah,
but doing some new
this is
things.
good practice, because we'll by next UFL season, we'll have everything all straightened out and it'll look real good and it'll be great. You know what? Hold on, I hear the dog. I'll be right back.
You're all good. Doing a little shout out to the JoJo 14. We got your comment. I don't know if Reid commented on it, but the Showboats plus 6.5 have life. I don't know.
Cry, baby. I know, buddy. I know. I know. He's a good boy. And maybe I can. There he is. Great dog right there. I don't hear you, bro. I see you talking. I just don't hear you. That's weird. Did you accidentally mute yourself? What you doing, dog? If you can hear me, put your thumb up. Do a thumbs up. Okay. I can't hear you. I don't know why. Maybe your mic input is weird. I have no idea. Come here, come here, Rainbow. Come here, Stinky. Oh, come here, Rambo. Do you want out? Okay.
See,
All right.
can't hear me also.
Yes, yes, I hear you.
It's probably just internet connections. But I was saying the JoJo said the Showboat 6.5 have life? Question mark. Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
Showboat should be able to pull this off. Right?
yeah, they can, but if I was a betting man, and I'm not, but if I was, I think the Stallions will probably end up pulling away. Um, but I was saying earlier, if they wanted to come back, they're gonna have to find their identity on defense, and they're gonna have to find some consistency on offense. Um, shorter throws, get some consistency. They already have the run. They have that going. They just need to find their passing, um, and they got it with the play action. They can do that because their run works. Their running is good, but they need to
And
find good yak. So
yeah, and I think the Showboats have a good defensive line too. They play pretty well all year long. The problem with them
yeah,
is if you're on the field, I don't care if you're the steel curtain. If you're on the field for way too long, you're gonna end up cracked. Scores are gonna get cracked on you, and I think that's their
yeah.
issue. They just don't have a very balanced team.
No, and I've seen their defensive line's as good at getting sacks every now and then. They're not the Atlanta Falcons. That they never get any sacks at all. It seems like, but no, they get sacks. It's just I think their secondary and their linebackers they just struggle with defending the run, and they struggle with defending the pass. So they're just getting torn up every which way.
They can be.
All right, we got second half starting. Birmingham did receive, so it's not good for
It
Showboats
looks
at
like
all.
the Birmingham Stallions are going to sit Jamar Smith, by the way. They're going to go ahead and bench him for the second half.
That's probably smart. You want to keep them for the playoffs. It won't look good for TV numbers, but it'll be good for them for player health. So, and I don't blame them after taking so many injuries through the season. It makes sense for them to do that.
Well, and they've got with the quarterback situation, I think Magoo is coming back or is
Oh,
already back,
really?
but he's not playing this game. I think what this tells us going into the playoffs, though, is it looks like they're going to make Jamar Smith the guy heading into the playoffs as well
Yeah,
because they want to preserve him.
yeah, yeah. I would expect that's who they go with. Um, when they play, do they play the Bellhawks in the first game?
No, it would be the Memphis.
Panthers.
I'm sorry, the Panthers, Michigan
Okay.
Panthers. They would play.
And Bryce Perkins, I think, should be
Should
should
be
be
able
back
to
for that
be.
game.
I don't know. I with that coach, Mike Nolan, he is
Yeah,
weird. I think he likes Etling more than Bryce Perkins, but the rest of the world knows who's the better quarterback, and they're going
right.
with Bryce Perkins. So I don't think it's a
Yeah,
sure thing who they're going to start in that game. I think it should be. I think it's Bryce Perkins all day. It's not even close, but for
yeah,
some odd reason, he loves himself some Etling, and then Etling just had some big games heading to the end of the year. So I would not be shocked if he starts Etling in
Etling
that
has the
run.
deep ball. He can throw a deep ball. I was watching a little bit of tape from him previously to catch up, and he's got a deep ball. I don't know if Perkins has that or not, but I feel like Perkins really brings everything that you want from a modern QB. He can
Mm-hmm.
scramble, he can run, um, he can throw. He's got it all, and I don't. I think Nolan just likes Etling just because he's so much more of a pure pocket passer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but if the productivity is with Perkins, then I mean, I don't know why he just doesn't stick with him and let him get more, like get his feet wet even more for each game. But yeah, if it does anything for Michigan, it definitely confuses the absolute hell of whoever they're going to play next week because they're going to have to prepare for both quarterbacks. And that's hard to do. So,
Yeah, but I feel like if you can contain Bryce Perkins, you should be able to contain Edelman, right? Because Bryce Perkins has that extra
100%.
pop.
1,000%.
Yeah. And Edelman's good. I've been saying that all year long. He's
Yeah.
good. I'm not saying he's a trash quarterback that doesn't belong in the league or anything, but geez,
He's
I
not
love.
bad. He's good for short and intermediate play, but well, no, he's got the long ball too, man. I think it was accuracy, if I remember correctly. His accuracy was not the best. Good throw there by that QB. What's this guy's
Yeah,
name?
Persley.
Okay.
It looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's Persley. Proving that right. That was pretty good.
Oh man,
He's got a long line. Oh, he's got a
that
side.
linebacker should have had that. If that linebacker was turned around, he could have had that one. Man. All right, let's check this play out. There's got to be a run.
He's got a weird throwing motion.
Yeah. Does he? Ooh, that was dangerous.
It's throwing me off. I'll tell you that. It's like a low. It's not even a sidearm. It's like a half sidearm. It's a low release. I see that, but
I'll take a look at next play here. I want to see what you're talking about.
It's like my first thing I see in a quarterback. I'm like, what weird
Throwing motion. Yeah.
Just yeah.
Let's see here.
Nah, he's not gonna throw it. Hey, that was big. That was huge. That was a good stop.
That was a great play by the defense.
Stepped up, got it out.
Yeah, that's great linebacker play, man. That's how you do it, man. Is fill the gap that your defensive line gives you. That's your big goal. But it is so hard to play linebacker, man. Just with draw plays, screens. You are the quarterback of the defense. You have to know what's going on, or else you look lost, and it's bad.
That's a blitz, and it worked. Whoa, what are they?
Oh, okay, we got PI.
You think it's PI?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just saw the motion. Let's see.
Let's check that replay. Yeah.
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 I don't know if he was going to catch it anyway. Though he looked like he was tracking it.
If the ball was going out of bounds, if it was uncatchable, then that's one thing. But I don't think the receiver could have fell. I think he might have sold it just a tad. But I mean, a lot of offenses love to gain yards through getting PIs sometimes. So if you can make it happen, man, then you should definitely try it. I wonder if they'll bring out their their T formation.
I don't think
if they don't get it here.
I love that formation.
Yeah, it's fun. Oh,
it's my favorite formation.
What in the world? That makes my head hurt. My goodness.
The play call?
Yes, dude. That should have been a touchdown. We should be kicking a field goal by now. The drop was bad. He could have thrown it out to the flat, to the tight end, and he could have caught that too. They could have been kicking a field goal by now. I get it. That's your backup QB. What's up?
They did run the T.
I don't know. Ooh, man, they got it. That's a touchdown. Touchdown Birmingham, man. That's that'll the defense, man. Their defense is not there, man. Line's there.
He just kept churning and churning and churning.
Yep.
And
who is that? What's that running back? What's his name?
Person Junior.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, Ricky Person went to Coastal Carolina. He was there with Grayson McCall
He's
in the
good.
glory days. Yeah, they they ran a really fun offense uh, with the option. They basically took the offense with under center and they integrated it into shotgun. It was so cool. Ooh, trip there. Ah, that sucks. He was going to get it too.
That was with Roundtree the third. I don't know if you remember where he went, but he
I
was in
don't
the NFL, I believe, at one point.
don't
Roundtree.
remember, but nah, dude. Since we're talking
I'll have
about
to look that
Coastal,
up. I'll have to look that up at some point, but I
yeah, you
swear.
should, you should. Nah, man. So the coach that was at Coastal during that time, he's with Liberty now. So Liberty runs that same option offense.
Mhm.
Um, their quarterback, Caden Salter, I believe he transferred out of there after 2 seasons running it, which is unfortunate since he was not half bad at it. But I forget where he transferred to. But it's that offense is good because he knows how to work with not the best quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, Grayson McCall was great. Like he was solid, and I hate that his final year of eligibility, um, he had at NC State. He got injured and just couldn't finish out the year at all, and he like actually like retired from the game at like in general, like um,
Hmm.
which sucks because man, he was such a storied quarterback at Coastal and really put Coastal on the map when they beat BYU in 2020. Beat BYU, beat Kansas. It's such a big year for them that year.
And the UFL's the perfect league for those kind of players too that didn't get a good shot in the
Yeah,
NFL
dude,
and
I
could have
think
made
he
it.
medically retired, man.
Oh man,
Yeah, it
that's a bummer.
sucks, but yeah, I know. I think he might be trying to be a coach. I think at this point,
Sometimes that happens though, where you just get a guy that's like, I'm tired of
man.
getting hurt, but I like
Yeah,
ball, so I'm gonna go.
sometimes players just really have that coaching mentality. I mean, I know people talk about Dion to absolute death, but like if you just look at his coaching resume as a whole, like he's had success where he's gone. I mean, he was at Jackson State, did great there. Took it to straight to Colorado afterwards, which is such a big hire for a Division 1 team. That's not a small Division 1 team. Like Coastal is a Division 1 team, and not everybody knows about Coastal. But Colorado hired Dion, um, and his year 2 in Colorado was good, or at least a lot better than what Colorado's ever seen in the past couple of years.
Yeah, I don't think people remember like how bad Colorado was before Dion
Oh,
took over that program. It was
not
awful.
good, not
I
good.
don't even think they had. What would they have like a one-win record the year before Dion, and now they're
Yeah.
competing. They're playing a lot better, but I think a lot of people are disappointed in Dion for not making the playoff or whatever the case may be, and you're just like looking at it
Yeah,
going, that is a dumpster fire of an organization that all of a sudden now is on the map. So for Dion to do that with Colorado is really impressive in my book.
yeah, yeah. Um, People like to talk about where he's going to end up going next, whether that be NFL or a bigger college team. Um, I think he likes Colorado enough to stick with them for a while until he gets probably an NFL job, and the NFL job certainly wouldn't be a head coaching job. Um, but
I don't know if
I,
Dion can work under someone.
what's that?
I don't think Dion's got it in him to work under someone. I think if he takes the job, he wants to be the head coach.
Maybe. You might be right. You might be right. Um, in that case, I just don't know how he could shoot up straight to head coach in the NFL, man. It's I think a lot more layered than just than going to college and being the head coach there. Um, but nah, dude, he's got a great product out there. Um, had two studs out there with his son at quarterback and Hunter at cornerback. Um, um,
Oh, that was so bad.
gracious sakes, that was such a mess of a play right there.
I mean, it could have been a coverage sack. We don't get the all 22s on the regular broadcast, so you never really get a good idea there. But man, you got to
Yeah,
be quicker on making decisions,
yeah.
even if it's thrown it away just to save the play. I guess it's 3rd and 3. That's why he did that.
Let's check the
Oh,
replay.
and a penalty. I think an illegal shift.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, no, it's open.
Let's,
Okay.
yeah.
You just got to get rid of
man.
it.
Yeah.
I saw 19 in the slot. It would have been tough, but you could maybe give it a shot if you throw it to the right of the defender. You had a chance, but it's easy for us to say here, sitting in a nice room while they're running away from 300-pound defenders.
Commentary, commentary is commentary. There's so much different out there when you're on the field. They're some big people, man. I remember when I played in high school, we did a spring game at Clemson in their indoor facility, and they had just gotten done with practice, and these guys were huge, man, like huge, like giants, like.
And that was high school, right? No, you're talking spring at Clemson.
This was when we were when I was in high school, and we saw the Clemson players coming out from their practice, like professional Division 1 athletes, at these big colleges. They are the real deal, man. They might not be starting, but that does not mean that they're not badass, man. Like they got it going. Their goal is to get to the NFL, or at the very minimum, get a good degree for them to use in life.
And half of them didn't even less than half didn't even make the NFL too. So that it just goes to show you're talking different levels when you're talking the NFL, and including the UFL. I make this debate all the time. I think these UFL guys could easily stomp the best college football team in the nation, just because they're grown men, they're big, they're fast.
Oh, here you go. I got a good one for you. Ohio State 2024, their year-end version. Okay, so the national championship version versus Memphis Showboats. Preseason, like before, like no injuries on Memphis Showboats. Like week 1 Showboats. Like, what do you think that would look like?
I don't even think it'd be close. I think Memphis Showboats would stop them.
Really?
I'm serious. Yeah. I don't think we really underestimate how. Just a couple of things too.
Yeah.
The Ohio State players are 18, 19, 20. These guys are around averaging 25, 26.
They got a lot more.
Your body doesn't really fully develop till you're 25, 26. And I do believe in old man strength. Like it's.
Oh yeah, it exists, man. It does. Yeah. It does exist.
When you get older, you just get stronger. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to around that age,
they've had time to mature their body. Get stronger in the weight room. get smarter in the film room, and really kind of apply themselves much more. But man, that's still, man, that doesn't replace talent though. And when it comes to raw talent, man, I think some of the receivers at Ohio State would burn some of these Memphis Showboats defenders, man. I think they burn them bad.
So you go with Ohio State on it.
Man, I would say it would come down to if Ohio State could stop the Showboats run game. And you know what? I would say they would win. I would say Ohio State would win. I'm not sure if they beat Birmingham though. I don't think they beat the Battlehawks or any of these premier teams that are out there. But nah, man, they that would be such an interesting. You know what? You know what that reminds me? That reminds me. You can look this up. There used to be a game that the NFL would play a college team, and that used to
The
be a
World
thing. They
Bowl.
did. What was it
Yeah,
called?
I think it was called the World Bowl or something like that. But yeah, they would take the all-star athletes of the college football against the all-star athletes of NFL.
I'm pretty sure they beat. Excuse my language, but I'm pretty sure they beat ass in that game, man. Just because of everything we've been mentioning with age, strength, experience, knowledge,
And,
like,
and if you're really good, the NFL is going to take you anyway, right? So,
oh yeah,
like, yeah, like the college football players, half that team didn't even make the NFL, so they
yeah,
don't have a chance. Look at this little scramble.
we'll scram, yeah,
Oh, I like
putting in some film, man. Where did this guy go to college? If I can look up where he went to
Peasley.
college,
Yeah,
I can look up
I forgot his first name, but Peasley.
Peasley. Andrew Peasley. He went to Wyoming. Okay. I have not watched a lot of Wyoming. Yeah, they have. They're always around the corner, I think last year they weren't the best or the year before that. But like the late 20 teens, they were not half bad. I forget the coach that was up there. But nah, dude, they run a pro style offense up there, and it is entertaining to see how they try to integrate that into the college game when everybody runs spread or some version of it, or air raid for that matter, or spread option, RPO work and such. It's fun to get to see that. I mean, shoot, man, just look at Josh Allen. That's where he went to college, man. Josh Allen went to college at Wyoming, and people forget about that.
And a lot of people counted him out of that draft too. They thought he was going to be the worst quarterback in the draft class out of the starters, and
Yeah,
he ended up being the best. I think.
Michigan Panthers UFL champs covering UFL. Thanks. Yeah, man. UFL needs some more coverage, man. It's still a decent product out there. It's games like this, it's not definitely not the most entertaining, but
I'll tell you one thing though. I really like the account Michigan Panthers UFL champs already calling it. He says the Panthers are going to be able to beat these Stallions.
put some money on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they have a good chance to win it, man. They do. I would love to see them win it.
Panthers, they have a deep fan base. They're pretty strong out there.
It would be good for the league. It would be healthy for the league if they won it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say most helpful. What do you say?
Helping Michigan get
Yeah,
the
good fan base.
championship.
Yeah,
They really are. They really are.
yeah,
They're strong. They're loyal.
yeah.
And I've always noticed that they seem, because I follow a lot of UFL content, and there's a ton of Michigan Panther fans out there. So,
And I'm
hats off
surprised
to
by
that
that
team.
because they play in Detroit and they have the Lions, and there's so much football in Michigan. Like I 100% see how St. Louis has such a great fan base because they got left in the dust by the Rams.
Mhm.
But Bills need a number one WR. Yeah, I forget who they have there right now. They've been rotating through a couple of receivers, I think, recently. They've got I forget if Khalil Shakir is still there or not. I remember he went to Boise, and he was
It's
not
pretty
half
good.
bad at Boise. Yeah. Okay. Almost done with the third quarter. Just going to the run game. Why not?
This Paisley's
Flag.
scrappy. I'll give him that. I think it's going to be a holding call.
Yeah,
But
100. Yeah, it's definitely a holding call. If there's any call I hate more, man, I think I hate that more than pass interference.
it kills the drive.
It kills the drive, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, because it looks like a good play happened, and then it didn't. You know the
Yeah, and
worst.
it's like, oh, hell. Yeah, that's a holding for sure.
When you get a holding call and your team still gets sacked. I'm like, dude, if we're going to break the rules, let's prevent the sack from happening at least.
Yeah. A lot of tackles, it happens to a lot of tackles because they're trying to reach so far. It's because they got beat with their feet. They're not reaching far enough back with their feet. Let's see what happens here. It's all right. Let's do some pass, get back some of those yards. I wonder if one of those boundary receivers were open or not. It's hard to tell, though, with the broadcast.
Another thing for the Michigan Panthers, I really don't care who wins the championship. I'm a Renegade fan, so my team's already out of it, so I'm disappointed with that. But
Yeah.
I don't want Birmingham to win this thing again. I just want something new, okay?
Yeah, I'm there with you.
So if the Panthers end up winning it, especially I like Bryce Perkins a lot, I hope you guys pull it off. And I think you've got the manpower this year to do it. I think the Birmingham Stallions without Adrian Martinez last year, who was their number one rusher, like ran the most yards out of the entire team. Now that he's gone, I think this team's very beatable. And the Stallions have such a good, the Panthers have such a good front seven. I think they'll be able to contain this thing, turn it into a scrap game, and pull off the win. Wouldn't be shocked.
Hey, man. I remember Martinez when he was with Nebraska, with Scott Frost, and they just never got things running very well. But when he got to the UFL, yeah, he was all right. But I felt like he shined a lot in the UFL.
That's that release.
Oh,
that's that release. What I tell you, it's too low.
Did he get it? Did he get it?
I don't think they got it.
I don't think he did.
I'm telling you, though, that release is way too low. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
I think that's two batted down balls for Paisley.
He needs to start dropping back further to give himself more space, man.
Or throw it up here. Yeah. Man, that offensive lineman really tried to run it back. Look, he was the left tackle. Was it the left tackle that ended up getting it?
I don't
All
know.
over the right side.
But man, I love it when offensive linemen have a chance to carry the ball because you don't know what's going to happen. I remember this one play. It was Western Kentucky versus I forget who. It was a couple of years ago now too. So this is probably a long forgotten clip by this point. But this it was like 4th and like 20, and it was another case like this where it was tipped ball, but the guy running the broadcast camera paying down the field at first because he thought the ball was thrown, and it was thrown. But the offensive lineman caught it and ran like all 20 yards to get the first down, and it was just the most BA thing you've ever seen. And he'll have that to remember forever.
Yeah.
I forget if
Yeah.
they won the game or not, but I think they did.
The play was probably the most memorable part of the game.
Yeah, from Western Kentucky game. I love it. I love it all, man. I like watching all the games, especially smaller teams.
Yeah. My biggest joke with the UFL is we're cheating at life because we're watching football in the spring. I just feel like it shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
You know.
it's weird because like I remember forever having to wait on football to start in the fall, and like you'd be watching games from like the past year to like kind of refresh your brain on what's been going on, you know. But now, like we've had the European League going on, I think 5 years now. What a good field goal right there, 54 yards, man. That's big.
Oh, flag! Hang on. Hang on.
Uh
Roughing the kicker. Is that what they're gonna say?
I
Jim
give him the
Turner looks
first down,
happy.
man.
Offsides.
Oh, right, they ran with it.
You couldn't
Yeah.
block it and you went offsides?
What was I talking about? Forget what I was talking about.
Waiting for football in the fall.
Oh yeah. The European League's been going on for about 5 years now, and then CFL's been around for a good bit now, but the game is so different compared to American football. It's 12 versus 12. You have 3 downs to get a first down instead of 4. So teams like to punt on third down up there. The playoffs are weird. It's very different.
It's crazy because like I feel like a football nerd watching the UFL, but man, you're watching the European leagues. You talked to me about that earlier, and I'm like, gosh,
Yeah.
Reid, that is, yeah, I don't know if I have time for that.
Man, well, I'll tell you what the European League's problem is that they have everything behind a paywall. It's you gotta get a subscription to it. They upload highlights to YouTube of each game, but it's locked behind a paywall. There's almost too many teams to keep up with. They got cool names. They got cool jerseys. The arenas, the stadiums, are a lot of them are at soccer stadiums. So some of them are cool, and then some of them are like, wow, this looks like a high school.
Yeah.
And so some of the games are fun to watch, and then others are like, wow, this is not that entertaining. But if you want to get
those,
yeah,
I got a question for you on that. Could any of those players make the UFL? You think?
Oh yeah, man. Joe Moorhead, I think it's Joe Moorhead. No, I could be wrong. I had a request to make a cut up a while back now, and it was this American coach who ended up coaching for this Italian team, and the Italian league, and he wanted a cut up of their offense because they post all their games to YouTube, full games, like the whole thing. So I made the cut up and I did that, and they're only allowed to have a couple Americans on each team, but most of the players are from Europe. But it's entertaining to see the new, see new teams and see new names. Also,
play.
I have to say their broadcast quality is not the best at all compared to UFL.
In general. Yeah, I watched a British broadcast, and man, it'd probably be like us breaking down soccer, though. So they'd probably look at me going, "This guy doesn't know what he's talking about."
Right. It's some of them are better than others, but it's I tell you what was funny when I was cutting up the Italian league game. The announcers were talking in Italian. And I was like, man, this is cool, man. This is just funny. I
Yeah.
love to see this.
All right. Looks like a win. There you go.
Little
Nice little
RPO
easy
action.
slant route.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
I love to see that. That's good momentum. Let's see what they can do with it.
can they come back from 32-9 in the fourth quarter?
No, but they'll make it look fun. They'll have fun doing it. I think they'll get this to the teens for sure. I think they'll score one more touchdown in the game. But the question is whether if Birmingham's going to score another touchdown or not.
Well, and I imagine Birmingham's going to play soft from here. They're not gonna-
Very much so. I'd expect that. Well,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's intentional grounding.
I'll tell you one. Yeah, that's a good point. There might have been a wide receiver somewhere out there, but one thing I don't like about Wynn though is his footwork back there. You can tell he's panicking before the pressure even gets to him.
Yeah, you kind of can see his. He looks very. He's not cool and collected back there. He's very. Let's get the ball out, so the defense don't hit him.
Big run.
Okay, little run there. There's that run game I was talking about, man. They've got it.
You got nothing to lose. Just try to score a touchdown. That's all you got to do. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter.
Throw some
What do you
cool
look?
plays in there while you're at it, man. Put it on the
Go down
show.
fighting. Yeah.
Now's your chance.
I mean, and this is especially after because all we're trying to do is find something about the Showboats that we can just leave as a positive.
Oh, dude, I tell you what was a positive was earlier. It was before we were on the stream, but they had a offensive formation, heavy formation. They had nothing but offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Like the guy receiving the snap was a defensive lineman. He had 3 other defensive linemen right beside him as like up backs or like tight ends, and everybody else was down at the line, and they ran it like twice. They got a touchdown and they got a first down from it, and it was so cool because you never see that, and that was really neat. I've never seen anybody do it quite like that.
And that is a great, something. I mean, they need something.
Hey, it's better than nothing, man. Better than nothing.
I mean, like for instance, the Showboats. I think they got to move on from their head coach. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, very agreeable.
Jim Turner, you're fiery, but I just don't know if you've got it in you as a head coach to, start winning. But
I'll tell you what, did they hire a college coach or did they hire a coach from the NFL?
like Skip Holtz, I think is a badass coach. Okay, and he was just an average coach back in, the previous stops that he was at in the college ball. Granted, these weren't big programs, but still.
Sure.
And watching him in the UFL, I just don't see how he doesn't have a job in the college football ranks or the NFL ranks because he's got great attention to detail. He's a great play caller. He knows exactly what kind of offense he wants, and he starts building that. And I don't know. He kind of reminds me of like that psycho, like almost like Bill Belichick or Bill Parcells with that just attention to little things that he just wants done right for this team to win.
I would say he could definitely lead a smaller at-large college team to success, like Coastal or James Madison, Sun Belt Conference. Anybody there? I know Louisiana Monroe. I'm sorry, I cut you off bad there. What were you saying?
No, you're all good. And he's not like, he's old school, but he's not using old school formations or anything like that. He's an innovative coach as well.
He knows how to adapt.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got his timeline right here if you want to see it. his coaching timeline.
Reid, you just spouted it. I remember I had to look it up for something else, and I was looking at his record, and it was average.
Yeah.
But
He was East Carolina. These are all head coaches,
Mhm.
by the way. East Carolina from 05 to 09. He was at South Florida for 2 years. He's at Louisiana Tech for he's there from 13 to 21, and then from 22 to now he's been with the Stallions. So
I think it was a good gem to find just good head coaches out there, and he's by far him and Anthony Beck. I like him a lot as well. Wow, that was that win.
Oh no! Ooh, we'll have to see that replay. He's gonna take it, man.
Well, the good news is the defense is going to get a break.
Yeah, that's his second interception touchdown.
Yeah, it was a big pick six. Yeah, that's 2 pick sixes, right, from Win.
For him, for Tay Crowder.
Yeah,
he's having a hell of a game.
Yeah, that's bad, buddy. That's bad. So offensive
line. I want to see replay. See how bad it is. Yeah. He about lateraled it, man. That's great. I love that. That's one crazy lunatic.
Yeah, I think Crowder, he just that is funny. That's
He's just having fun, man.
Yeah,
that's great.
But I think he did a good job, I guess, at disguising. I don't know. Wynn just didn't see him. He didn't see him.
No, he didn't. It's too easy for that extra point, man. Too easy.
It's just bad. They're waiting for the season to end, man.
Yeah, I don't blame them either at this point. Yeah.
But I mean, EJ Perry, he's not that. EJ Perry's I think EJ Perry's a good quarterback. So, we have the Michigan Panthers fan on here too, and I thought he did an all right job for the Michigan Panthers last year.
Yeah.
I think if you have a good system for certain quarterbacks, it'll be fine. But Showboats, I don't think it's your quarterback issue. You had Case Cookins last year. You had EJ Perry this year. I think it's just your offensive line's awful. You're not running good concepts on your offense, period, and you're just paying the price. It's just ugly football.
At this point, you have to simplify. You cannot make it too complicated for guys. You want to have a very dependable operating system to run with. You want to minimize mistakes. Obviously, you. If I were them, I would run the ball a lot more than they are. And I mean, I know the score is lopsided and you're trying to score, but at least work around what you're good at, and that's running the ball and play action. And this is a play action right here, but do it under center, man. Try some. I don't know how else to put it. Pistol is fine, but that's just a straight up miscue on Wynn's part, man. He just didn't see his guy, and that happens sometimes. So
yeah, but 2 pick sixes from the same player.
The first one wasn't as bad. The defensive line tipped it, and then the receiver tipped it, and then he caught it. So it was a little bit more dirty compared to that, but still.
And it looks like they just took Wynn out and they're going to move in Troy Williams as their guy.
Let's see what he can do.
He's got something. I don't know. I think if he was on a different team, we'd actually see a better version of Troy Williams. But
man, those stands. It's a bad shot of the stands.
I mean, you're down 39-9 on a 2-7 team. I hear UFL fans say this all the time. They're like, "Well, still show up for the game." I'm like, I'm a
No,
big
you don't.
believer. Yeah, like
Um,
like fans don't owe teams anything, right? Like if
no.
you want me to go to the game, put out a good product, you know.
Yep.
And
That's how it works.
yeah, like
So what I've heard through the grapevine is that what's keeping them alive, the Showboats alive, is I think they're owned by FedEx. Um, so like
mhm.
they've got that revenue stream that's supporting them. Let's
This is
watch
what
this
I
play
like
real
Troy.
quick.
That was
Ooh,
a pretty good play.
all right, all right.
Fourth down, you got to go for it, but they won't.
Yeah, we'll see. You're probably right.
I say go for it because you got nothing to lose. But
I'd say just don't make it worse than it already is.
you'd say punt it. Like, let's
Yeah.
not embarrass ourselves more.
Hey man, fake the punt. It's only 6 yards.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I wouldn't do it from your own 25 though.
Oh, it got tipped. That had to have gotten tipped.
Man, that
Wow.
is you might as well have gone for it at that point. Mm. Struggle is real in Memphis, man.
So
It's real.
your offense is not good, your defense is not good, and now your special teams not good.
Okay. I missed it. I
It's a
haven't been
bad
looking
team,
at
man.
I haven't been looking at the chat, but Michigan Panthers UFL champs. He's been saying that Austin needs a team. And he also is asking
I think so.
what skyline is that behind you?
Oh, this is. I'm trying to look at the angle. I've got a. Yeah, hey, it's Austin. Actually, that one's Austin. I have
Okay, yeah.
Austin,
Nice.
Dallas, and Houston over here. There you go. I'm not gonna show it all. The camera's a little fragile, but
Yeah, you're good, man. Nah,
they're all cities I lived in. But I agree with him. By the way, I know a lot of people don't like having too many teams in Texas. I get it, but there's a deep city rivalries here in our in the state. Like Houston, Dallas, that is a great rivalry. Like
yeah.
you name the sports team, they hate each other. Okay, it's very normal. And so adding San Antonio already having one and Austin having one, I think you're going to fuel a lot of fans to watch it just because they want to see the other cities lose. Especially for a guy from Dallas, they always like picking on Dallas as like the worst city out there. So, big fan of that. I would say Austin definitely should have them.
Span of 12 minimum or 10 or risk going stale. Yeah. They need the Philadelphia Stars back. They need I'd love to see the Seattle Sea Dragons back, man. I remember watching them a couple of years ago. I think it
The
was
fan
the
base is good
USFL.
too. No, it was XFL, but
Okay,
their fan base is
still,
good
dude,
too.
they had good fans. They had great uniforms, dude. I remember it. I'd
Ben
love to see
DiNucci,
them again. What?
they had Ben DiNucci as the quarterback. He was okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. He's in the NFL right now, man. I'm pretty sure.
He made it back.
I think he was with the
Wow.
Cowboys for a little bit.
He was there before the Seattle Sea Dragons.
I'm looking him up. I have to know.
Yeah, go for
I have
it.
to know where he is, man.
But yeah, no,
DiNucci.
I agree. I saw some people saying it would be
Let's see. Where is this
to
guy?
have at least 12 teams if you're going to do a 16 playoff.
He's with the Bills right now.
But 10 teams, it's easy. There's some rumor mills that are out there right now that the Philadelphia Stars might be coming back. Seattle Sea Dragons, I think, are a shoe, and everyone's pretty sure they're going to get a team. Oakland would be a very interesting option as well.
They call them the Invaders. Isn't that right?
Oakland Invaders.
The Invaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they need a team too.
USFL. Yeah, and they have a
They
great
need
fan
one.
base. We know at Oakland. Yeah, the Black Hole was an awesome
I miss the
venue
Black Hole,
for
man. I
the
miss the
Raiders.
Raiders in Oakland. It was so much fun. Their fans were great.
Yeah, and I think they would do well with the team. So, and you would open it up to the West Coast. So,
Mhm.
either
Yeah.
I want Austin to have a team, but I could see that the Oakland and Seattle, if they got it, I think it would help
Yeah. I know
just marketing
California
in
and
general.
the taxes there aren't that great, but is Magoo back?
Yeah,
Um,
they
I
put
think he's
Magoo back.
still hurt. Is that right? Isn't that right? He's
Oh,
still hurt.
I think he's healthy. They might have him listed as injured, but Jamar, I don't think they want to
Jamar
start
Smith.
Magoo just in case he gets hurt.
Dude, he wasn't having the best year starting off. Am I right about that?
No, but you could tell that the offensive line was struggling in the beginning of the year, so it took him a while to get up and running. So I don't think he got to experience being a quarterback for this Stallions team that looks much more improved from the beginning of the year. I like Magoo a lot. I think he's got a cannon of an arm. I would even argue an NFL arm. He's pretty accurate. But I think it took him a while to get his bearings straight in the beginning of the
Yeah.
year, and he, uh, he didn't have a
Oh,
great start.
on Stallions QB room.
It's
I'm gonna pause it.
ridiculous.
I want to see these. Jamar Smith, Case Hookus, Matt Corral, Alex
Yeah.
Magoo, Peasley, Morton. Dude, Corral. Dude, just four. Those are four potential starters for any team in the UFL right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Share the love,
It's
and
nuts.
and that's one thing about expansion that I think would be really good too
Yeah,
is that you've got enough quarterbacks
right.
in the beginning of the XFL and USFL because there's two leagues running and that's a total of 16 teams. They didn't have enough quarterbacks, so half the league was just awful looking
Mhm.
throughout the year because they just didn't have quarterbacks, and that's the ugliest version of football you'll ever get when you have zero
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah,
So now that there's a lot of people playing the spring leagues and they condensed it down to these 8 teams, I think we've got more than enough quarterbacks to share the love and add to the expansion, and it would really help this league too. I mean, you want more viewers, you have to be in different markets, and that's the best way to get
yeah.
your viewers up.
I agree. Ooh, oh, almost a pick there.
God, 65 is
Very,
huge.
da-
Look at that guy.
very dangerous pass there for Peasley. Love
Yeah, I
RPOs,
don't know if
man.
I'd like PC.
He's very raw, man. I would. Uh, Quarterbacks get very giddy with RPOs sometimes, just like that. Um, I mean, he might be a little bit too short to even see if the receiver's open on the RPO. Um, See, that's a good little play for him. You know, something sweet and simple. Little swing play there. I
With
think,
Roundtree, never picked him up.
yeah, Marable, Person, they're all pretty. They got a great running back room there.
And if I was the running back, this would be the team I'd want to go to with their big offensive
I
line.
know,
They could
right?
run
Yeah,
against. I mean, I think they could run it against everyone except the Michigan Panthers. I think they're the only defense that can just stop that and turn it into a actual football game.
touchdown. Mm.
Man, this is bad.
Yeah, it's
They
getting.
should have went for it, man. They should have just went for it if they were going to get a
Hey,
block
I
punt.
know, man. It's getting kind of dirty now. It's getting
I,
dirty.
I I honestly thought the Showboats would have played a lot better in this game, just
Yeah.
because, like, they've got nothing to lose, and then the Birmingham
Right.
Stallions, they shouldn't be showing anything exotic, but I think we're just seeing talent just beating untalent.
Yeah. Yeah. Has UFL team ever score over 40 in a game? Oh, I'm sure of it. Surely there has to be a couple times that's happened. Ooh,
Yeah,
oh man,
that's a good question.
that was good. That was a good extra point there. Okay, the question is now is, are they going to break 50?
Yes,
They have to break 50 now.
they have to.
Yeah. That's like,
And
yeah.
he is absolutely right. He is absolutely right. 39, at least this season, the highest scoring game is 39 points. So we are witnessing
Oh, wow.
history here in the 2025 season.
Wow. How about that? I wouldn't have even thought of that. That's something.
Well, I was running through all the scores in my head. I'm like, no, that's in the 30s. That one was in
Yeah.
the 30s.
Yeah.
I was like, missed
Wow.
one. But yeah, that's
See,
crazy.
man, that just goes to show their defense needs a lot of love in the offseason, man. They need doesn't that. They need a lot of rework. They really need a backfill. I'd say especially in the secondary. I mean, we saw their linebackers making some decent plays earlier, but they just
And I think their
the run
defensive
games.
linemen
They're
are
okay.
okay.
They're
Yeah.
okay.
It's just, they're just bad. They're just a
I
bad
know, man.
football team.
It's
Yeah.
they gotta figure out how to put it together next year. Yeah, every team has. Well, no, that's not true. Um, I was going to say every team has the same amount of time in the off season to get better, but I mean, Memphis season comes to an end tonight, whereas the Stallions are going to go on for a little bit longer. But point is that it's time to make some changes. Um, and when you're not doing great, like the Showboats are, it's easier for them to identify their weaknesses and make changes compared to teams that are really good. Um, I mean, okay,
I'll tell you one thing that just kind of came in my head.
sure.
Michigan Panthers UFL champs. If you want to put your money where your mouth is, put a tattoo of the
Oh,
2025 championship Michigan Panthers.
yeah, yeah.
That
That's
that
some
is saying
dedication
something.
right there, man. I don't have a tattoo, um,
I
but
need to do it. Need to do it.
nah, man. I don't even know where you'd put that. Dude, you should
Put it
have
on your
the
forehead.
logo. You should have the logo and everything. The year. Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
insane. Uh,
Think it would have
you
been a
got
good
the
bit.
yeah.
It'd be a good bit.
Huh? Oh yeah. Mm.
All right. So I imagine they're going to stick with Williams, even though it
I
doesn't really matter.
assume so.
I don't know where EJ Perry is. I don't think he's hurt anymore, so they
Dude,
could put him
he's
in.
probably just smoking the cigar on the sidelines at this point, man. He is done.
He's on Ticketmaster looking at airline tickets to Cancun, probably at this
Right,
point.
right, man. He's thinking about next week's vacation, man. And I don't blame him. But nah. I
It's been a rough year for him too. He lost his starting job, and he
yeah,
was on a
man.
really good team with the Michigan Panthers. Now he's got
Yeah,
stuck
it
with the
sucks, man.
Showboats, and
Football life is hard, man. It's
it
not
does.
easy.
Yeah, and what sucks for him is I know he throws a lot of picks, but he is entertaining though because he's a gunslinger. I,
He's got the tools. He's got the
I
arm
think if
for
he would
that.
have gotten a chance on a different team, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look at
he's
last year's
fun. He's a
Memphis team.
scrambling quarterback.
They're they're they weren't that great either. So like, is it a coach problem?
Yeah,
at this point. And like I know it's like people don't like to call out coaches and all, but like I always like to go back to saying that when I was in Kent, we worked our asses off up there. But in 2 years they only won one game. So with that mentality, it's like we have to be doing something wrong because
Mhm.
we're the effort is all there. There's nothing to complain about effort, and this goes for every team out there. The
Mhm.
effort's there, but you need to change to be
Yep.
better because obviously you're doing something wrong, and you need to
Woo!
adapt to fix that.
Woo!
That's a great move there by Williams.
And he got it.
Stephen, hey man,
That was
that's
awesome.
what you like to see at this time in the game.
It's
Make
going to
something out
break
of
the 50.
nothing.
They might not get to 50 points though if they can drive it.
Get a field goal, man. Just get a field goal. That's a big one. That'll be a big win for them. But if they get a touchdown, man.
And Williams got hurt in the middle of the season too, so and then Wynn
Did he?
had a good game, so it's kind of weird. They just could not figure out their starting quarterback situation at all, and
Wi-
that didn't help your year.
Williams is so lanky with his running, man. He has a very tall stature. I would
Kind of Lamar Jackson, kind of
no, man. Lamar is just so much more
not that tall.
shiftier. I I have a weird thing for quarterbacks, man. Like I feel like when it comes to running with them, like you gotta do it right. I feel like you don't want to be just running read options just for the hell of it on 1st and 10. You can if you want, man. I'm not a coach. You can do what you want, but like save it for 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, goal line situations. Like it really stretches the defense when it comes to short yardage and having multiple carriers of the ball. Um, I mean, you see it every year with read options on the goal line.
Yeah,
Oh, big sack.
like that
What's up?
play. There was no play action, and he didn't. They just had him standing in the pocket, and you're like, "Good." I don't
Dude,
know if that's a stop.
I think the guy was unblocked, man.
Let's see.
Oh,
They tried.
oh my God, just absolutely shredded.
Right tackle freaked out.
It's the case of not being aggressive enough. You gotta initiate contact.
Now, I've had an offensive line coach. I've talked to one before, and they say the number one thing you do is never, if they're going to go past you, make sure they're going around. That gives the quarterback just a little bit more time. Do not get them that inside lane, or it's game over. And
Especially like that.
yeah, he was panicking. I think he was expecting an outside, and
Mm-hmm.
he freaked out there.
Yeah, that's where I'd be
Cut him up and
expecting it
got him.
too.
There you go. You got an offside, so on a 4th down. So it's 4th and what? 7?
I think it's still 3rd down.
Or is it 3rd down? Oh yeah. I got confused.
Yeah, you're good. Belmont Stakes, Saturday at 4 p.m. Dude, I missed the Derby this year.
Yeah,
Sucks.
same here. I was trying to be like that 91 Colorado game and give them an extra down, but it didn't work out.
Oh, God. Let's check this play out,
Let's
yeah.
see.
3rd and 12. Gotta be a pass, and it
Okay,
is.
he's got time. He's got time.
Yeah, he's got a good pocket, and he checks it down to his tight end.
Dude, that tight
Look
end
at how
is-
big he is, bro. This guy's got to be an offensive lineman.
He's got number 88. That's typically
Good Lord,
tight
that's
end
a
number.
big guy. Dude, see, there's nothing wrong with doing that kind of play on like a 2nd and long. Like, man, check down game is awesome. Okay, here comes that formation I was talking to you about
Whoa.
earlier. Yeah, dude, it's
This
so
is a
cool.
different. Oh wait,
It's so cool. They're just
that didn't
okay. They're
work
not
out.
going to get it this time.
That
It was working earlier. They should have
that's not the
just
T.
switched
That wasn't
sides.
the T formation either.
No, that was not T, bro. That was about as heavy as a formation as you can get.
So
That's
you're overloading one side with 6 blockers.
yeah, that's just all muscle,
That's
bro.
cool. I've never seen that.
It's really cool. It's really smart. Obviously they were ready for it this time, because they've seen it like twice already. But
Well, but you can do a lot from that. You can run a
I
counter
know.
to the
Yeah,
left-hand side.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
just make sure the
um,
blockers are shielded.
yeah.
The
Nah,
defense is
it's
shielded.
good creativity. Yeah, for as lackluster as Memphis has been, yeah, it's good creativity. I'll give them that. I gotta give them that.
Yeah, but they're trying. Dang, that was cool. I like that. You should get a cut up of that one.
Oh
Not
yeah,
maybe not
yeah,
that part.
dude. No, I probably will. I probably will save a couple clips from that. Um, what I typically like to do is I like to save the quarter and the timestamp. Um, so it's like probably like 4:30. It was something like that. Then I'll just go back later and just save the play, put in the old library, for
Put it up
safekeeping.
there.
Yeah. Um, nah, dude, some of these plays could definitely be made
What?
into a short on YouTube for sure.
Oh, they're showing Bryce Perkins. See, you're
Yeah,
advertising him too. There's
that
no
play
way
was
you can
awesome,
put
dude.
Perkins or Elliott over Perkins.
Yeah, man. I don't
Oh,
know
is
why
this the
no one's been
MVP?
doing that. I don't know. I think they're just showing off the playoff
Chicken
games
sandwich
coming
is
up.
good.
Yeah.
No, I think these are MVPs.
Is it?
I think
Oh.
that was the
Oh
MVP
yeah, you're right.
race.
You're right. They're talking about it. My
Yeah,
bad.
Tails.
Ooh. Okay, that's a grade for
Tails.
everybody. Peasley right
That's not
there.
really close.
Speaking of Clemson,
Yeah, I don't
dude,
know if you
Deion
broke it
Kane.
down watching Jordan Teamu, but he drives me.
Really? Why?
I watched it there. Read
Oh,
one more time.
you were
Uh,
talking about Tiamu. Talking about watching Tiamu. What's that? Well,
yeah, he played for Clemson, right?
Deion Kane. Deion Kane did. The receiver for Birmingham.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's having a big year.
What's that?
Kane's having a good year too in the
Yeah,
UFL.
yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah, he's had a good couple of years with the Stallions. I'm happy for players like him, where they can really find their place.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean,
The league is
I don't, I
made
don't, I don't, I don't know
for
if we're
them.
ever going to get a starting quarterback from the UFL.
In the NFL, having a little bit more technical difficulties here.
Quarterback to make it to a starting NFL.
I hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiamu.
I was saying though that I don't know if
Yeah.
we'll ever get a starting UFL in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, you got PJ Walker from I think the XFL, and he went to the Panthers a couple years ago.
Mhm.
You had
He's good.
Danucci,
That's bad.
and backups in the NFL are going to start eventually because there's just so many injuries. They might not start like in the beginning of the season, but they'll definitely start down the line just because there's so many weeks in the NFL nowadays. But who else? I guess from this year, if the NFL is going to pick up
Is
anybody,
PJ Walker still with Carolina?
No, I think they dropped him. Let me look where he is, but I'm pretty sure they dropped him. He was not it, unfortunately. Um, he's in the CFL right now. He's with Calgary Stampeders.
Wow.
He's
Go
got to
back
be
to the
starting though.
UFL, dude.
He's got to be starting. Yeah, he should come back to the UFL. He would be honestly, that would be a good product, man. The return of PJ Walker. Oh man, that'd be it. Put him with the Roughnecks where he was last time, dude. I think that's where he was. That's it. Oh, my arm is killing me. I'll run up the middle. I know these announcers are ready to be done with this game, man. Oh, my eyeballs.
That's the Showboats. Showboats are
Yeah,
hurting your eyes.
yes, they are. uh, uh, all right, man. I don't think they're gonna shoot for 50 now.
No, I think they're holding back on it.
Yeah, if they get another first down, they can just take a knee. What a game,
for
man.
sure.
Game of the week for sure. Like 10 out of 10 stars, 100%.
This one, 46-9.
You don't sense the sarcasm, man. Oh, dude, best game of the week for sure. Mm. Just eat it up, man.
I
Eat
bet
this stuff
you.
up.
I'm gonna go ahead and predict this because they release the ratings every Monday, I think, or every Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah.
I bet you this is gonna be the lowest rated game by
100. Yeah.
far.
I keep saying 100%. It's funny. Nah. Um. Yeah, it'll definitely be one of the lower rating ones, and that's the one that we stream, which is great. Um. But nah. Yeah, I didn't expect the score to be this bad, to be honest. If anything, it'd be a little bit closer. Um, but nah, man, they didn't just beat them; they blew them out. They blew them out bad.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And they're going for it on fourth down. We might get to 50.
We might.
Come on.
Oh boy. Call timeout. You got two more.
That they ain't gonna do it. Did they? No, because
No.
the clock
Oh
stops.
wait, on the clock still at 29, man. Okay, now it's rolling. Ah,
You can't do that. That's just rude. That'd be rude.
it would be. It would be. But that's like the birth of a
Yes.
rivalry for that kind of stuff. If you do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Skip Holtz is too classy to do that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, they're gonna call it.
Yeah. Well, what a game. Do you think Memphis will ever relocate to a different place though?
I think a lot of people are poo-pooing them because they've had 2 bad years in the UFL, and that part is awful. So I feel bad for them on that part. But when they were good in the USFL, they had they nicknamed the stadium the Yacht.
Remember
They
that?
got
Yeah,
at least 10,000 fans.
it's good.
So I think it's a little bit of a disservice to the fan base when your product in your market is just not good. Um,
You know
so
what?
me personally, I say
Yeah,
don't move them. Just leave them
yeah.
there. And nothing is better when you cheer for a team and they are bad, and then they have a great year. That'll get your butts in the seat because you're like, hey, we got something, So
They set up shop in Nashville, still in Tennessee, but
maybe,
bigger city.
yeah, they could
And
maybe do that.
such a melting pot in Nashville, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if they're big. Is that where the Titans? Yeah, that's where they play.
Titans play in Nashville, yeah.
Yeah, and they have an all right fan base. They're okay. They're not,
They are certainly hoping for a much better season this fall. And they have a good chance to have a better season than they did last
they're
year.
on the
That's for
conveyor
sure.
belt of mediocre.
Yeah, they are. I I think Cam Ward can take them to higher levels than where they have been, and that's easy to say. But like, I made a compilation of every play from Cam Ward from this past season, and it's like an hour and a half long, or hour and 15 minutes long. So it's a long vid, but like, if you want to see Cam Ward and really kind of break down how he plays, like it's like stuff like that that I like to do to kind of help people make better opinions about players and stuff like that. But
Yeah. And so if you're tuned with us, we watched the Memphis Showboats against the Birmingham Stallions. Birmingham Stallions did the Birmingham Stallion thing. They dominated. They won 46-9.
as expected.
So one thing's for sure, if you like our content, you can follow me on Twitter. Me and Rob, our normal guest that's here. It's UFL Homer Hour. We have a YouTube page, Instagram page, and an X page. So please follow us. And thank you guys for joining us. And then we got Reid here who it helps us, and he edits some of our content to help our channel out. And Reid, I don't know if you want to do a quick plug for your product as well.
Yeah, I can. So obviously, on YouTube, you can just look up custom cut-ups and
Reid, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you fine, man. Can you hear me? Hey, if you hear me, put your thumb up. Can you hear me? Oh, you can. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I'm talking about my channel for a second. So obviously, if you're on YouTube, you can just look up custom cut-ups, and you can find all my stuff there. All I do is just I basically condense games for people to watch football a little bit more efficiently and save time for yourself. It's great for studying the game, studying players, studying strategy. It's been fun. I've enjoyed doing it so far, and I'm curious to see how this fall is going to go with it. But I do have an X account just to post links to the vids, but I don't typically talk too much on X. So it's just a boat for getting more content out there. So, but yeah, I appreciate coming on the show, Nick. It's been good. I had fun. I enjoyed talking. It's been good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. So we'll go ahead and shut down the live stream. But we appreciate. Looks like we got 29 viewers. We appreciate you guys jumping on, and thank you so much, Michigan Panthers UFL champs, for providing us some comments and material, and very entertaining. Yeah, love that. And JoJo, I know he asked a question early in the game too. So appreciate you guys that make comments and help us provide content there. And we'll definitely do a game of the week for the playoffs. And Reid, you're more than welcome to join me and Rob on that.
Okay.
For sure.
We'll have to work on that. Yeah.
And and then we'll do a podcast here on Wednesday. We missed it this week because of scheduling conflicts, but
Yep.
we'll have a podcast out on Wednesday as well. So appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Have a good one.